What's up, guys? Swift here covering everything Chicago Bears. And Ryan Poles has made two moves to the roster after rookie minicamps. He signed tight end Tommy Sweeney to a deal and undrafted free agent cornerback from Arkansas State, Leon Jones. I'm going to talk about both players. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First up is Tommy Sweeney. He was one of the veteran invites to rookie camp. He was a seventh round pick in 2019 by the Buffalo Bills, a guy who was a 3-year starter at Boston College who proved to be a consistent and smart player. He is 6'5", 255 pounds. He ran a 4.83 40-yard dash. He's not an athletic freak by any stretch of the imagination, more like a guy who gets the most out of his limited athleticism. Similar to Jack Sanborn in that regard, he scored a 5.89 on his RAS score and had sure hands at Boston College. He's a guy who is a great run blocker with reliable hands to make a catch when needed. I like that about him. He's more known as a blocker, but going back to 2017, he was the leading receiver for Boston College. He caught 99 catches during his time there and scored 10 touchdowns, but has been mostly used as a blocker in the NFL. He did add 18 catches for 165 yards and a touchdown over his 3 seasons with the Buffalo Bills. He mostly served as the tight end 3 behind Dawson Knox and others, but he was a reliable backup who was productive when he was on the field. He scored a 72.6 grade from PFF as a rookie. The Bills already had Dawson Knox, but after drafting Dalton Kincaid in the first round last year, Sweeney's time in Buffalo was over. He signed with the New York Giants and caught a TD pass from his high school teammate Tommy DeVito during preseason, but then he had a medical issue. It's still unknown exactly what it was, but he collapsed at some point on the practice field and he stayed with the Giants all season, but never got on the field. Now he is a bit of a comeback story at age 28, a guy who I could see earning a roster spot and carving out a role as tight end 3. Nothing to get too excited about here, but we need a third tight end on this roster. Right now, his biggest competition is fellow undrafted free agent Brendan Bates out of Kentucky, as well as practice squad holdover from last year, Steven Carlson. This will be a position battle to watch throughout training camp, but also speaking of Brendan Bates, the other undrafted tight end, there was a story on Twitter today about how Caleb is always helping his teammates and learning from the coaches. There was a play where Bates dropped a pass, and then Caleb Williams had Bates rerun the route by himself and made the play. Great leadership showcased by Caleb Williams already. And now let's talk a bit about Leon Jones, the cornerback out of Arkansas State, a true rookie undrafted free agent. He was a 3-year starter in college, and he had an awesome 20 pass breakups. He's a lengthy and aggressive cornerback. He added 40 tackles, 1 interception, and 2 tackles for loss in his career. On top of that, he was also an integral part of the community, helping an initiative that provides more opportunities for student athletes in the program. He was a big part of helping his program develop a winning culture per draftscout.com. Ryan Poles is known to really value his secondary players. He's drafted Kyler Gordon, Jaquan Brisker, Tyreek Stevenson, and Terrell Smith. On top of that, he brought in undrafted free agents Jalen Jones and Josh Blackwell and signed Greg Stroman Jr., showing that he's always looking to improve the depth in our secondary. On top of that, he paid big money to Jalen Johnson and signed free agent All-Pro Kevin Byard away from the Eagles. Leon Jones is a guy who fits that bill. He's a feisty and aggressive corner with the length that Ryan Poles likes. He ran a 4.59 40-yard dash and scored a 6.67 on his relative athletic score. Jones impressed the coaching staff enough at this weekend's tryouts to earn a UDFA contract from the Bears. Keep an eye on this guy throughout training camp and the preseason. Even though our starters are set at the position, Jones could battle for one of the final roster spots. That's it for today, guys. If more news drops, I will be back. But stay tuned as Ryan Poles has already signed 2 players who were brought in for this weekend's tryouts. Look for more moves to come. Stay tuned. Remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.